Hey guys, guess what? I scored an incredible deal for you. 8% discount coupon when you buy your circular ring. You got this special link to use and put ticks when you check out to get your discount. Viva Paris! Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTicks.com. We got a fun, sweet little box here coming directly from Paris, France, with a brand new smart ring inside of it called the Circular Slim. And it is sweet. Look at this. This is the ring itself. This is a prototype of it. It'll be like what you'll see with a special little engraving on the top, which happens to be a haptic touch button here. You can actually do things with your ring by tapping the button. This is the actual unit I've got to review for you. This is a prototype that has the button built into it, the charging pins, and an actual motor that gives a little vibration. Revolutionary stuff. You haven't seen this in any rings before. Circular. bit.ly/circular ring is the link you can use to hop over there and pick it up. It'll help us out here at the channel if you use that one. Not much in the box, no manual. You've got a user's guide you can scan, or you can watch the review here, right? We've got a charging little thing here. Gonna blow your mind on this one. Yeah, it's a USB on this end and a what the heck on that end. I'll go into detail on that in a little bit. But first, we want to check in with Pi and get a little bit of background on this company. It's called Circular. It's out of Paris, France, and they have two smart ring models, the Circular Ring Pro and the Circular Ring Slim. Can you tell us a little bit about the company and about these rings, Pi?
Absolutely. Mr. Tix. Circular is a French company based in Paris, and they specialize in wearable technology. They've got two smart ring models, the Circular Ring Pro and the Circular Ring Slim. The Pro model is more feature-rich and designed for athletes and fitness enthusiasts, while the Slim model is a sleeker, more affordable option for those wanting to keep tabs on their health without breaking the bank. Both rings track your heart rate, sleep, and activity levels and connect to the Circular app for easy data access. Pretty nifty, right?
Indeed, and I understand they're all waterproof, and they've got a subscription plan that doesn't exist because there's no subscription on these. You can use the app and no charges whatsoever once you buy the ring. And the design is really unique too. I'm going to tell you right now why this ring stands out from all the others in terms of staying in place. After looking at it and testing this with some other rings, there was some interesting stuff that showed up, which is why I have these pictures to show you. This is what your hand looks like on the inside side. You see all of that? Check this out. The way it's designed, you have these different tendons and ligaments and muscles in here. Well, the heck with the pictures. Try this on yourself. Pick a finger, one that doesn't have a ring on it, not the one you're holding your phone with. Set your phone down and watch. Use your other hand because you need two hands on this one. This is sitting here. Watch. I'm going to take it off so you can see a little pattern right there where the little charging ports are located. That is right in the middle of the finger. Now take your finger and kind of rub across the bottom here, and you'll feel it's a little flat area. Now if you open your fingers wide and you go around the edge, you'll feel it's like gills. You know, if we had webbing in here, it would extend up. It's a little bit bumpy right there and right there, but not right here in the center where it's shown right here. When you put the ring on, okay, with the bottom down, and you put it exactly right there. Now, on your version, you'll have the little circle right here at the top, so you can always look for that. But for me, I don't, and I have to worry about it twisting around and ending up in some strange position on the side. You don't get as much good data as you do if you have it right in the center. Well, guess what, gang? I've got a few of these rings. You've seen many different reviews, and they always slip around. Whatever finger I have it on, they tend to roll, and I have to look at it. Usually at night I can tell because the diodes light up, and I'll reposition it. Not with this one. Because of the design of the human finger and the design of the ring, that little raised area right there lands right in the center, and it doesn't rotate. It locks in place. Now, I want to get you to the app pretty quickly, but you got to see this, guys. This is the charger. And at first I thought, that is really weird. It's a strange thing. Look at how this is actually sticking to it, because it's magnetic. When you take the ring off and you have the magnetic lines in here, you see here on the charger itself, if you line those up and just drop the ring on, it magnetically couples to it. And you're good to go. Upside down, right side up, straight down. It's not going to fall off. This, you just simply plug in a USB port. Yeah, but you say, hey, my charger is on the floor. I don't want to have to, hey, the computer, I don't know. You can plug it into anything, including your phone. Check this out. I can plug it into the phone, get a quick charge, get a full charge, whatever you need directly. Just keep that in your pocket or clip it to your key ring, whatever you want, have it with you. Now let's play with the app. When you go to the Google Play Store, you're going to find a listing for the circular ring by circular ring, and that's what the icon is going to look like. I'm going to go into About this app, and actually this gives us the best description of what's going on and the unique layout of the app that you kind of have to understand in order to navigate through it. You can do this on your own if you want to, right from the Google Play Store. Before you even download it, you can read all about it. But one of the ways they've set this thing up is using circles. Circular ring, circles. You have an alarm clock circle, and this is one of the really, I love this because I use this all the time. You can literally wake up to the vibration on your finger, and you can set an alarm over a 15-minute period, half hour, an hour, whatever zone you want while you're asleep that gets you up in time to do your thing and get off to work or whatever. But instead of just going off at that time, it's going to monitor your body and find your lightest sleep stage during that hour period, for example, so you'll wake up more alert and ready to greet the day, all in the ring itself. Really sweet. You also have sleep monitoring circles. They're going to monitor what your sleep is like and give you feedback on your sleeping. And there's a whole bunch of other things related to that too, night metrics that you'll see in the app. You've got physical activity monitoring, which is your energy score, your step count, complete physical metrics. Then you got this thing called a guiding breathing circle. And yeah, combined with the vibration in the ring, you can lay there and breathe in and breathe out and calm yourself, go into meditation, whatever you'd like to do. No looking at a watch, no setting any parameters. You can just launch it and go, and let the ring be your feedback. You can do it while you're driving. Just stay conscious and awake, okay? It also has vital alerts. It'll go through vibrations when your vitals are off, and that's where I was mentioning. If your heart rate gets too high or too low, it can vibrate for you for that. The nice thing would be, and I think these are things that might be coming in the future, if it could do that with your blood oxygen, that indicates you may be holding your breath or suffering from sleep apnea, any of those type of conditions. And there's no reason why, if it's going to do the heart rate, it could, you know what? They're ahead of me. It does that already. Wait till you see this. You get your blood oxygen down below a fixed level, say 94. Bing, you get a vibration. Bing, you'll wake up. Bing, if you've been holding your breath, you'll know it. Really sweet. You also have live measurements with this, and you can view the metrics directly on here. It has an interesting portrayal of the way it's presenting that data, and we'll go over that when we get there. You have medicine reminder circles. This is the thing where you can set, to let you know to take your scheduled doses of medicine and so forth. And active circles can be put in and taken out through the Manage Your Circles section. A timer that it'll vibrate at the end of the timer, and that's set right on the ring in the app. So you go in there, set your timer 10 minutes, and just put the app away. It plays in the background. It triggers the ring to let you know. 10 minutes, it'll vibrate. And that's it. And, of course, you got airplane mode that you can put it in, which will cut the data transmission if you are concerned about it using Bluetooth, back and forth to the phone. Although it's really low signal, way less than many other devices that are Bluetooth. But to save you power as well, you can cut that transmission. It'll store the data on the Ring and transfer it to the phone when you take it out of airplane mode later on. Okay, this is all part one of a series, I hope, of videos on this Ring, and I'm definitely saving part two for Kira. Kira is an AI wellness assistant. We've talked with Pi already, right? And how fun Pi is. Wait till you see Kira. Kira is an amazing ability to assess all of the different parameters the Ring has been collecting. In fact, it's not even going to talk to you or integrate with you until after you've worked with the Ring for 14 days to get enough data to make a difference. It's got an advanced scoring system in here, and the 14-day calibration period, it's basically required. And a couple of my videos I've showed you on the phone, only 6 days left, only 2 days left, now it's done, and I've got my data on here. So we will play with Kira in another video, but I will introduce it to you at the end of this video. Now there's a bit more stuff here on calendars and diaries and challenging yourself and so forth with leaderboards and whatnot. You can read all that stuff on your own if you'd like to. Let's get back to launching the app. Here we go. First off, you get the circular Ring logo on the screen as it loads itself up. When it first opens up, it generally greets you with some coins. Either you've done something right or you just opened the app. Whatever it is, you'll get a bunch of coins and start stacking them up because they're going to be good for something. They still don't know what. I think they're still working on that. But it's an incentive. It's always fun when you're working with your health to have positive incentives. It works subconsciously with your ego, and it helps you to stay in good shape. Cancel out of that, you get into the home screen, and this is where things are a little confusing. It's syncing, as you can tell right down here. The steps and stuff just came in. If I pull down and let go, I'll get this little chart across here that shows the Ring connecting to the phone connecting to the cloud connecting after it processes everything back to the phone, and sending more information to the phone in terms of the graphs and things that you're about to see. So that's done. We are in the performance mode of the Ring. That's how much power we've got. And you have these circles. Now, everything could be like from here on up. That's really your navigation process. These extra things down here below are for information and to quickly jump you to some places that you can actually get to and navigate up here. So I'm going to focus attention on the top section. That's what you need to know. Managing circles could have actually been at the end, like on watch faces. That's usually the little plus sign to add more watch faces. This is how you can rearrange these cards, or circles, sorry, they talk about them circles, whichever way you'd like to have them here, and eliminate some of them if you'd like to. But in the description we just showed you, it talks about these. Alarm clocks is simple. You can come in here. It's going to tell you how it works. You tap on your Ring's logo twice to stop the vibration of the alarm clock when it's coming in. But not to worry, it goes about 5 times and then stops. That's what I've been seeing. I can say continue. It won't do it if there's only 15% battery, so make sure you charge your Ring. Here I've got a couple of different Ring alarms set up. I've got one to wake me up every day, 7 in the morning, more or less. That gets into the design of this. And bedtime to notify me around 10 p.m. more or less that this is a good time to go to bed. And you can add alarms if you want to and set them up for separate days. All that's available to you. You can have specific alarms, or you can have these specialty alarms. I'm going to come back over here. That's alarm clock. Then you got the 2 major areas, sleep and energy. When you go into sleep, you get this scrollable screen that includes a sleep quality score for every night, and you can go back and see the previous nights. It'll show you those scores. And Uncle hasn't been doing good recently. I don't know why, just hard sleeps, but it's good because you can see poor performance data, which indicates opportunity for improvement. Then you get this amazing circle. Duh. Yeah, not an oval, not a triangle. You got a circle. Noon or midnight is at the top, noon is at the bottom, and it's showing you basically what your day has been like related to sleeping and napping. since the time you went to bed. The circle will actually back up into your start sleep time from yesterday, go all the way through to when you wake up, so you have a quick look at your sleep circle information. Here's the previous day and the day before that. You see when the sleep started, sleep ended. I'll use this one for example now. This is a complete 24 hours, right? It also shows I was awake. The dark blue is asleep. I had naps. I had it off where I was charging it or something. Really, really sweet stuff. Let's come back to today to continue. This is as far as we are right now at 12:31, it says. And it'll just continue working that circle. Now it's going to give you quality details on your information from your last night's sleep. How much disturbances, real sleep efficiency is in here. How calm you were, your circadian rhythm, your REM sleep, okay, so it monitors your dream sleeping, your deep sleep, the time it took for you to fall asleep. You see there's little information here. It says minus 122. This lets me get an explanation of what that is. It's the cumulative effect of not getting enough sleep or getting too much. A negative sleep debt means that you slept less than you needed, and a positive one means you overslept. So that I've never seen before, but that's pretty darn cool. It'll show you that I needed 60, 120, about 2 hours more sleep than I got. All of that is so far in this one button we touched for sleep. Now, as you go down, you get into an area that's going to be variable. This is sleep graphs in here, and you can change these, not really by sliding back and forth, but by using these buttons at the bottom. This is an awkward layout. To me, I'm not happy with it. It's convoluted and crazy. I either put it at the top or somehow, just make it so you could slide through the pages back and forth. But we're going to go through them right now. This is the sleep graphs, and it's the first icon that's illuminated here. And it's showing you basically in a kind of a square arrangement, not the up and down sine wave type you typically see, where you are in your zones. Awake, REM, light, and deep from the time you went to sleep to the time you woke up. The percentages in each of those categories, stock basic stuff in any sleep monitoring device, watch, ring, or otherwise. However, and you also have the last 7 days, which I have plenty of now. I had to get 14 days of data on here before it would even really let me do any of this analysis. So here you go. And it's showing you over these particular days here, the time awake and the time in REM and the time light and deep. Not sure why it's missing the middle section here, but that's the last 7 days. Come back to today now for the advancement to this chart. In here, I've got a sleep quality score. Now, it doesn't show you over the last 7 days because it is in days, right? Monday through Sunday. And this is my overall sleep quality. I had a really bad night on Thursday. And everything here is up to 80%, around 70%, and then there's my average at 67%. And it changes day by day. As I go back here, it subtracted 1 day and went back 1 day. Now, it would be nice, and I know the company's going to watch this, so, hey guys, it would be nice if I could just slide this and it could move the days back and forth, rather than have to go up here and do it this way and wait for it to download to get the sleep graph. But you can do it anyway on here, just as long as you guys know we can do that. See, I come back over to there, and now I've moved back to the original chart. But this is the one now for your sleep quality score. Then you've got your hours sleeping. Again, Monday through Sunday, you can touch them and see there's a dark blue, it's hard to see, but a dark blue line that's showing your actual real sleep. And then the light blue is showing your total sleep. So your real sleep will always be lower than your total sleep. And this is the breakdown of total sleep. So I'm getting an average of 7 hours. Recommended is 9. So obviously I should be sleeping more. Next one brings up your heart rate today or 30 days. Go to the 30 days chart. And I don't have 30 days yet, but I have what it's showing here broken up. And it's highly variable. So I have sometimes that I'm way high in my heart rate and sometimes lower. This appears to be the resting heart rate. And that's probably because if you've been watching my videos, Uncle has some heart issues and sometimes has some nighttime advanced heart beating and stuff like you're seeing somewhere in here, which is great for making things work, like a vibrating ring. Everybody who's baseline probably won't get it to ring maybe once or twice a year if you have your threshold set really high. But fortunately for me, I quite often get different vibrations. You see, also on the low side, it goes as low as like 45, 46 for the minimums. So there's a lot of variability in the heart rate over time for the index for me. And this is just your sleeping time now, remember? Not the 24 hours. That's the sleeping graph. Then you've got heart rate variability. And this is like all over the place. I can't really make much sense out of this. Hey, nice. All right, guys, you did good on this one. I hadn't tried this before. But you can like scroll it open. That's great. So that peak that's right there, I can go way down here, show exact time that it happened. Oh, I hope it does that on blood oxygen, because that's the one that's important to me when it goes down. When did I have a potentially sleep apnea event? But this is great for heart rate variability. You've got complete control of the graph. And again, it's from 11:10 to, well, it's 4:51 there. When I woke up there, it's kind of got the time on it. And your average and your reference are listed down here for heart rate variability. Quick look at the 30-day chart. Looks like this, more or less. Yay! Look at that. You can expand it as well. I'm sorry. I'm curious. I want to come back here. Could I do that? No. Interesting. Could I do that? No. You can do that one. Okay. Okay, that was the heart rate. You can do that too. That's good. So you can see like a peak right here. But I can't get the exact... Yes, I can, by touching it. Awesome. Awesome. We're learning together. This is brand new stuff. Heart rate variability we just did. Now this is cool. This is your breath rate, right? Your breathing rate today in the last 30 days when you're sleeping. How many breaths do you take per minute? 10, 15, 8, 5, 6? Yeah, and you can examine that in detail, or you can look at the 30-day chart itself. I got these little gaps all the way along the line, so for some reason, those nights, I either didn't wear the ring or it didn't sit right on my hand or whatever, but the rest of the time, it's giving us good data. Great, okay. Then we've got this thing that looks like a thermometer, and this is your temperature deviation from your average. Now, I haven't found a place in the app to put in my actual temperature, because it is possible, to measure your temperature and then key it in. And then this would be that temperature plus or minus a certain level. And it's not like calculating it either. So once you put in that number, theoretically, that would be what is called zero. Let's say it's 97.5 degrees Fahrenheit, as an example. Over 30 days, well, at least the 14 that I've got, I haven't deviated from my average more than 0.1% total. Now, some may say we're saving the best for last. Blood oxygen. Here we go. This is an SpO2 chart for today, showing your highs, lows, and average, okay? The reference point, 97.2. My average is below that at 96, but my concern is down here. And yeah, we can open it up. What's happening right here at 1:44 a.m. when I drop to 92? And this is getting down there kind of low. You don't want to be below like about 90. So I think I got my my alarm set for around 93, 94. And theoretically, if it's set that way, when it hit that low, the ring vibrated. Last 30 days, chart for that one. Yeah, there's a day I was down pretty low here on February 19th at 96, when the average should be up here. Now, taking all those averages, because this was today, I presume, and it's pretty low too, and you saw my reference and average were pretty far apart, but look, the reference and average are really, really close, so In all, taken over time, the statistics show that I'm pretty close to where I'm supposed to be for my age and gender and all that at 97.1-ish. But you need a lot of wearing of the ring in order to get that level of detail. And that, folks, is the last of all of these. Now, all of this, it looks like I'm just showing you this, but all of it is at the bottom of that same screen. So the top part is identical in the whole sleep section. And as you move through these, it's only changing the chart in the sleep graphics. Took a while messing around with it to realize that. When you come back now to the main screen, sleep analysis, we move over to energy analysis. Here we got the same kind of a layout. We're looking at a total energy score, says I'm optimal. This is today's circle from midnight to present time. Red is more sedentary. Oh, it just vibrated. Did you feel that? Probably not. Anyway, it did. I think I just hit a heart rate thing or something. Midnight, morning, noon, sunset. This is your activity metrics, the steps I've taken, and so forth. All of the cardio points. You can do a VO2 max calculation automatically with this device. Go back to yesterday. There you go again, heart rate maximum. And there's a full day to show you an example, the day before. Another full day on this one, and different step counts and so forth. Then you got your energy score, body recovery, wake up, breath rate. Look at all of these categories that are available. Temperature variation. When you get the information on any of them, it's going to give you a description about it. Does it say anything about how you can enter it in there? Oh yeah, the menstrual cycle will show temperature change too. In fact, for family planning, some folks use that as an input in determining where a person might be in their overall cycle. That's cool. Yeah, 2-day sleep, 2-day sleep quality, active volume, and all this sleep and temperature and heart rate stuff is all part of the overall activity energy score sector. And then when you get down to the very bottom, you get into the graphs, and now we've got another whole set of things to go through. So the first graph is active intensity, okay? Over the last 7 days, it says, and today, the peaks are low, and the bottom is rest. So I'm pretty much a sedentary person, gotta admit it. Don't get a lot of activity going. Here's the 7-day average on here, low, medium, and high. I've only got a little bit of medium on Friday. So, yeah. If you're more active than I am, you'll see more chart activity. But this shows you what the chart looks like, basically. Then you've got your overall step count, your average, your baseline, and the total. And walked quite a bit on Friday. That's interesting. And then you can see these other days. Here's calories that goes along with that. There's your basal rate, it looks like, and then there's your actual rate that's on top of that. Shows you your 7-day total. Here is cardio points that you're getting on this. I got 28 cardio points for Friday. That was an active day. But look at me, I only got into the medium range. Here we have energy score over 7 days again. Went way down here on the 19th. We had another thing on the 19th, right? So that must have been a really down day for me. But here's my overall average at 83. Then another one, you've got your heart rate shown again, and we've already seen that in a different portrayal on the other chart. And then this one is your resting heart rate. Okay. And that is shown in a 7-day graph as well. All of these then change this graph section, which is at the bottom of this whole energy score page that runs all the way down. And you can go through from page, I was back on the 23rd. So here's the 25th, just to take it down. And now you see the chart is moved a little bit forward. And again, it would be nice if I could just go like this and go back and go like that to expand them. So if it's appropriate, the company might take that into consideration. This is a really new app. It's constantly being updated. So with the Ring just coming out, the app coming out, I'm sure you're going to see some shifts. And by the time you watch this review, it might even look totally different. But this is where it is right now. And we've covered the main factors here. You ready to move on? So, Pi, switch to your best Valley Girl voice and tell us what feature you would like the best out of the new circular slim ring.
Oh my god, totally. I'm super duper in love with the haptic feedback feature on the circular slim ring. It's so cool how it can buzz and vibrate to give me notifications and alerts without having to look at my phone. And the fact that it's so slim and chic means it won't look like a total eyesore on my finger. It's totally fab.
Well, that was refreshing. All right, let's move past these. We get into guided breath, live measurements, medication, and stress levels. This is a simple one. It'll give you some guided breathing exercises in here. You have a 4-7-8 breath if you want to. You have a 4-4-4-4 for stress, and an energy boost for recovery, 5, 15, and 10. Can you hold your breath for 15 counts? Whoo! And then slowly exhale, for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And of course, you can create your own custom exercises in here too. All of that is to improve your own sleep, recovery, and calming your mind. That circle is available, and then there's the live measurements. Now, this is fun. You got to have your ring on. By the way, you can get to all of this down here, but like I said, everything down here pretty much is up here already. So we're covering this row first before we look at all that. But live measurements you'll find down there. You tap it, and it tells you some things. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease or medical condition. That's very important. Remember, this is just for information only and self-guidance. You need to check with a doctor before making any medical decisions. You can check that box, and it won't show up again, but I wanted you guys to see it before I do that. Then it tells you live measurements consume more battery, and to get the most accurate readings, you want to avoid moving your fingers while you're doing it. That makes common sense, doesn't it? And now check this out. This is where it gets fun. There's the first readings will appear after about 10 seconds, and if you're not getting good data, and it'll tell you if you're getting good data, you can achieve greater accuracy by closing your fists. Now, you remember the charts I showed you about the ligaments and things, tendons going in through here. When you curve this down and close it down gently, okay, you don't need to make a real fist out of it, but gently, you're locking this ring in, especially if you have it where it's supposed to be positioned, and you'll get some really good readings out of it. I'm going to hit OK, and it is now attempting to get a reading, but I want it to do this. It takes about 10 seconds before the reading will show up, and I'm fibrillating all over the place, and it says poor. So I'm going to hold still for a moment with my hand open and see what it'll do. It takes a little while for it to settle down, and it says correct. And if I wanted to, I could actually close my hand gently. It'll mess around with it a little bit, and then it'll come back to say correct. So you're getting this reading of your actual current heart rate, high and low, as it determines it over this period. Your max or your average is down here, and it shows you what your HR max and data accuracy are. It keeps going in and out here. And this then shows you the percentage of your maximum heart rate. So this is really to be used when you're really seriously working out and trying to stay in, say, a fat burning zone or an aerobic zone or below an anaerobic zone. This is a nice number to be having presented to you. It's not normally shown. It shows my overall activity level here, heart rate variability, whether it's up or down, and then blood oxygen are shown right here. Now, none of these are touchable. Well, the information factor is, but it basically, this is the page that you get when you're in the live reading zone. Okay? That's here. Medication reminders, simple. You can set up repeating timers, basically, morning, afternoon, and evening, and it'll vibrate the ring to notify you of that, and you could register each of your medications if you want to. And then stress. Now, stress is something they're working on. This may be an add-on thing for a fee later. Right now it's for free. We're going to see how it goes. It gives you your current stress levels in this particular card. So right now I'm relaxed. Here are the numbers over the last few hours. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, roughly, 1:30 or so. And here's how it's been ever since midnight, down in the nice low green zone. If I get really stressed out, it goes up into the red. Here are the numbers for the previous several days and the summary. And you can see, for example, on this day, and you can't go into it. That's unfortunate. That would be really cool. That might be worth some money. But you can see that early on at noon, and here at about 1400, 1500, 3 in the afternoon, I was getting some higher stress. But you can monitor this for where you are right now at any time to check in on your overall stress level. And this just keeps going on and on and on for all the days that you've actually had the ring in service, the stress category there. And then vital alerts. And this is cool. Okay, I've had 97 of them in the past 30 days. You either have heart rate or blood oxygen or all, meaning both. And these are the actual reports here at 4:24 a.m. this morning. I hit 80.43% blood oxygen, which is 11.57 under the limit, which was down that much. And so it vibrated for me that my blood oxygen was too low. 212. Now we're counting backward in time. 212, same thing. It was at 90%. 91. Like I said, I think I've got my threshold at like 94. So all of these times, I'm having some significant, look at this, at 124, 128, that whole grouping right there, some significant decrease in blood oxygen. Could be caused by many different things. Holding my breath is one of them. Probably what I ate, who knows. Sleep apnea is another. They're all interrelated. But I had all of this in the blood oxygen category. Same here on February 24th, the day before. I also, at 3:30 in the morning, had a heart rate of 112, which is 7 beats above the limit that I set, which would have been 105. So, and you can set those different limits right here. You get in here, you can edit the vibration to be whatever type you want it to be, and your trigger level for high and low heart rate, and your trigger level for blood oxygen are settable right in there. And this is actual results. And it really does work. Now, my Fitbit watch will show me sometimes when I get a sudden jump in my heart rate, a peak for a minute or two. And sure enough, this is nailing it. It's also showing up in my ring. Now, instead of checking in the morning and saying, oh my gosh, I had 3 times that my heart rate was over 105, I will actually be able to get vibrations. And if they're coming too frequently for me and are interrupting my sleep, I can just change it. Make sure it hits 130. Anything over 130, that's worth waking me up for. But, right now I'm playing with it to see. I originally had it at 100, and it was actually alarming me when I would hit 100. All of this during that 2-week setup period, it was just a joy to be able to have haptic feedback from a ring on what my body is doing and how it's performing. And that's in the vital alerts. And that's all of my circles. Now we go down just a little bit more. We're almost done. I got the data mode. I can switch to economy or performance. In economy, it's severely restricted, especially in your nighttime sleep stuff. Here's the timers. You can set a timer however long you want. Start a minute timer. Put it away. It's running in the background. I wish you could hear it when it goes off, but I don't want sound. It's just vibration. But that's doing its thing. And you got your calendar where you can go back. These days with the stars are good days. I did good stuff. And it's showing you my current wellness overall score and the days that I've had it. I started on the 7th. So you see I've got, well over my 14 days that I need for the data. It also tells you what zone you're in. Now, you can have stimulants to boost your productivity. It says these are not clickable cards, and they don't move, but they can be changed, or they will automatically change as you go through the day. Should just about be vibrating shortly. Get down here, I've got my steps and my cardio points. I haven't done any cardio, so I really haven't earned any points yet today. There. You heard it vibrate there? I don't know. And it vibrated once there. Nope, there it's vibrating again. Yep, there's a third vibration. I'm just going to let that continue. So the alarm, the timer, did three vibrations. Here's your overall step count. And you go into that, you're getting the same graph we had before from the circles. That's why I say this data just repeats itself down here. Heart rate variability, we saw that chart already too. But if you want to drop in instantly, you have access to here. Resting heart rate chart, we also saw that. And then you get this. This is new. This core sleep report information, basically showing you your start and end of sleep. And when you tap it, sure enough, we're in the sleep circle that we saw before. Get back down to the bottom, and again, it's that first of all these options that's highlighted. So this takes us to this circle right there. Nap report, also same thing, get the same chart exactly, but it's giving you some information on the naps. And it would be nice if they were separated from the sleeping, and this were a little bit more detailed report, but that's what you got so far. They're still working on it. Breathing we saw, blood oxygen we saw, temperature variation we saw. All these are the same charts, subset of the ones that you can get from here. So you really don't need any of those. And checking live is exactly the same as live metrics there. It just looks prettier. You go in here, gives you the same information, takes you to the same place. So honestly, you can just pretty much stay above this level and you've got everything you need. There's one last thing. This is the tab here that gets you into all of your basic information, first, last name, and your profile. You've got the calendar we saw. You got quick access, which are the three things that are shown at across the screen, and you could add things to it or change them around, including putting it in airplane mode or adding alarm clocks, but we already have a circle for that. We have also a leaderboard on this. If you set yourself up for it, you'll see how people are doing in a leaderboard and kind of can compare yourself against them. And all these are folks that are wearing their circular ring right now every day and out there competing to try to better themselves. So lots of ways of working to improve yourself. There's a learning section. Oh, sorry, light mode, dark mode. Learn takes you to a website presence for the resource pages for circular at their website. And of course, they'd like you to sign up to get their circular news and whatnot. So you can get this directly from the website, but if you want to, you can work your way through it here on the device itself. And Kira Plus Beta is the next video we're going to be doing, because this is their revolutionized AI-powered coaching addition to the whole thing. Everything we've looked at now is your raw data. What do you do with it and what advice is there? That's all available in this news information here with Kira. So we've been through all of that. We're coming down here. You got some settings on here. Language and notifications. You can control all of these particular things if you want to. Terms and conditions. I'm using version 16.0.0. So check what's on your phone when you download this, watching this review. If it's higher than that, then things may have changed, okay? You got a help center, and you even have an overall tutorial that will guide you through the first time you load the app up. It takes you through and explains these different sections. There's the calendar, adaptive feed, sync your data, being friends with Kira, and then, of course, all the way back into your overall settings. So that, folks, is the app. Again, it's got this wonderful way of showing you the data as it's moving along. After it's synced for the day, it usually goes through very quickly. There's one thing missing. What haven't I touched yet? No, this doesn't go anywhere. This one takes you into the ring, shows you the percentage power in it right now. You can manage your overall rings. You can change the performance to eco for economy, and it tells you all of that stuff. Firmware, and you can factory reset it. But there's still something else I haven't touched. Yep, all of this, everything you see is here. This is Pandora's box. This is transitioning to beta. When you touch this and you accept it, and I want you to take a look at all of this, you're getting into the AI world with both feet, with all of your data. They're prioritizing the safety and security of your data, but you are needing to pass that over to an AI who's going to look you over, do the sniff test and check out what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish and give you some guidance on what to do. Once you agree and hit OK, you're off into another world. And that's why I wanted to wait till we did this review so you guys could literally see how everything looks pre-Kira Plus. All right, let's summarize. If you've been with me this whole time, thank you. I don't know if I could put up with myself that long. We've got a package here. You've got a beautiful ring, going to have a little design on here, which is right on top of a touch button that can control the ring, and a very unique and special charger that we told you all about. My overall thoughts on this thing is it is a sincere winner. I love the fact that it's out of Europe. This is coming to us from Paris, France. My gosh, great technology. I think because of that, there's a lot of innovations you just don't see in many of the other devices that we review. This is the one that I'm using right now. You've seen all of the features. All of the systems are active and working in it. It's got infrared, red, green diodes in here, and it's got a motor for feedback. It fits your finger in just a wonderful way that it doesn't move around. We showed you that information as well. The feedback can be controlled through alarms for waking up or going to bed, giving you those recommendations when it's natural for your body. And it also can give you feedback on your heart rate and blood oxygen while you're sleeping. And I think there's going to be a lot more coming as well. For example, you've seen these smartwatches. You've seen these with these plates on the back. You know what those are for, right? Electrocardiograms, ECGs. And there's a little plate on the side. Well, what if this has two plates? This makes contact to your finger, just like this makes contact to your arm, and you touch this button on the side. What if, and this is metal, you simply have to touch your ring while these plates are touching there. You've completed a circuit through your heart. What if a next generation of this one could actually take an ECG directly from your body? Whether you're on the left or right, you can set it in the software to make sure that it's in the right designation, and you could get an ECG. But you say, but I need to see it on the phone. Yeah, that's true. That's what's true with these. Some of them, you can actually see it on the device here. But you could, simply by touching, create an ECG. And if you don't want to have your phone to initiate it, we've got a magic button. Maybe 4 presses of the button and hold, or something like that, would trigger it to go into the ECG mode, get a 30-second ECG, store it on the ring, transfer it over to the phone app when it's done, and you'd have your ECG chart there. Now, it is not there yet, but the company is excited about the possibility, and their specific design lends itself to that option. You're not going to see that really on anything else unless it has 2 plates about that length that can make body contact, and a 3rd plate, like the skin itself, that you can touch to complete the circuit. Well, that's just about it for the review for today. Pi, what'd you think?
The review was like, totally rad, Mr. Tix. You gave the Circular Ring Slim a thorough and engaging analysis, making it a must-have for wearable tech enthusiasts. Plus, Valley Girl Pie's sassy and playful banter made our chat a blast. And remember, if you want to snag the Circular Ring Slim with an awesome 8% discount, just use the coupon code TIX at checkout. It's a deal that's like totally tubular.
Thank you guys for watching and being here with Pi. We'll see you again soon. And Pi, where can we find you on the web?
You can find me all over the digital landscape, Mr. Tix. Catch me at pi.ai on your web browser, or download the Pi app on your Android or iOS device. I'm also active on social media. Follow me on Twitter, PIAI, Facebook, facebook.com, PIAI, and Instagram, PIII. No matter where you choose to chat, I'm ready to dish out some tech talk and good vibes.
PIII. Bye-bye.